I remember telling my husband that I had just done something really, really bad, and that I was not going to be okay. Morning, everybody. It's April 29th. Things have been a bit of a challenge recently. My back has gotten worse. I've got numbness in my leg and in my foot. And the bull is in full-on rut with our heifer Molly. So he's breaking down the stall walls in the barn. So we're trying to keep him locked up in the pasture with Blossom, who is pregnant. So Blossom wants to come in for being milked, but things a little bit of a challenge right now. So we're milking twice a day, feeding the baby steers. I say we, but I'm not supposed to be doing anything. No, I'm not supposed to lift, I'm not supposed to bend. So it's a bit of a challenge right now. I know, big boy. Hey, Joshua? Joshua? When you come back, turn off the water, please. Lori's doing everything for me. So our biggest challenge is right now is, do we keep a bull on the homestead? Because having a bull does come with a certain level of danger, and it comes with its own level of high maintenance. There's safety things that you have to take into consideration, but having a bull also means self-sustainable. We're guaranteed to have calves every year. I'm just not sure we'll ever get a bull as good as Dalton. Several days later, sorry, this is turning into be a bit of a saga. Want to bring you guys along on this back journey that apparently I'm supposed to go through now. So, but we got some other things to do too. So we'll get to the whole back thing. Yeah, you like my hands? Yeah, I'm in the garden today, so it's really exciting. So I'm gonna bring you guys along on that, show you what I'm doing. I'm gonna show you our new piggies that we got on Saturday, and they're so cute. I've got them up in the garden area as well, and they're super friendly, super sweet. But I gotta go get some tomatoes from my basement, my kind of grow area. I'll show you. Never mind the ugly basement though, okay? Old house, yucky basement, you know, all that good stuff. Try not to fall down the steps. So, been kind of growing my plants here from seed. And I love it. I used You know those rotisserie flats that you can get, those plastic things for rotisserie chicken at like Walmart or whatever? Yeah. I use these, and I can put the dome on them. You can see a bunch more up here. I use them for starting my seeds, and then I put them under my grow lights, and when they get big enough, I will up pot them to these solo cups. So I've got some tomatoes here, and got some peppers up here in this top shelf, but I need to go plant my tomatoes and a few more herbs. Maybe even get to some of the flowers today. We'll see. Let's grab up. I think I've got room for 5 more tomatoes. I want to pick up my biggest ones. I've been put under a lot of restrictions from my back. Last time we talked, I had hurt my back pretty bad, and I'm getting numbness in my foot. Actually, I've lost feeling in my right leg and my foot. I got an MRI done last Saturday, and funny thing is, I was able to actually access the results on Sunday afternoon at church. And I'm not a professional as far as medical professional, but generally when you see things like large disc extrusion or things like displacement, complete displacement of the L5 nerve root, it's not good. So I'm not in pain. I'm very, very tired. My heart's pounding like crazy, so I know my body's working very, very hard. We're kind of playing it safe right now. There's a really high chance that I'm going to be looking at surgery this spring, summer, and that surgery is going to change my life. That's tough. I believe that the Lord has a plan, and all of this is happening for a reason, and that I don't need to be afraid. It's not like I'm afraid what would happen if I die anyway, because I'm not. You know, it's more for the sake of my family. What happened is, back in 2017, I tore my disc, probably from lifting something that was just too heavy for me. But, you know, you do what you have to do. And I've just been kind of taking it easy, or being aware of it anyway, not really taking it easy so much. But then hauling the maple sap in 5-gallon buckets was just too much on me, and it inflamed, probably tore a little bit more again. And then I rested. It started getting better. I was seeing my chiropractor. I was icing. I was, you know, doing all the things that I'm supposed to do. And then our bull decided to get really super excited about our new little girl, Blossom. And he started trying to break down the wall in the barn, the stall wall in the barn. So we had to quick shoo him out, and it was just my husband and Ethan and I, you know, so I've got the 2 best guys at home that I could possibly have to manage the bull. So, and, you know, Dalton's great. He's gentle, he's sweet, he's very, very tame as far as bulls go. So at no time were we afraid, but we didn't have Blossom's test results back yet. So we had to keep her contained. So we figured the best way to make Dalton's life easier was to lock up Blossom inside her stall for a while and lock him outside of the barn, and he would just have to, you know, face the elements outside. Not our preference, but, you know, better that than tearing down the barn. and I could not have him getting to Blossom until we got her test results back. So that meant I was handling Blossom, and I had to close the stall door, the sliding stall door, which the boys had already made sure would close, but this time it decided to be more stubborn than normal. So as I'm pulling and yanking on it, I felt something zip really sharp up to my head and all the way down to my foot. And it was like a zipper unzipping. I felt it in my back. And I knew then I had done something. I started shaking and started crying. But, you know, I still had to shut the stall door, so I'm still working it and trying to get it to close. I don't really remember much of what happened after that, except that I think one of either Ethan or my husband heard me crying and in pain and came over and helped me shut the stall door. I don't really remember. I remember telling my husband that I had just done something really, really bad, and that I was not going to be okay. And I went into the house and got in some ice. And then, you know, I was okay. I actually did not fare too badly. And then my daughter and I went to go check on pastures to see if we could actually put some of the cows into pasture. And I slipped on a piece of wood that had some manure on it. And nothing painful happened at that point, but I knew it was significant enough to know that I needed to stop being outside and in with the cows. But it was right after that that I stopped having sensation in my right foot, and it started creeping up. Started with just my toe and went up from there all the way now up into my hip. I went to my doctor the very next Monday. He did some, you know, reflex tests. He said there's absolutely no feeling in my right toe. He was trying to, you know, bend it up and down, and I couldn't feel anything. So he was getting scared, and he said, you know, you've got basically the beginnings of total disc collapse. And at that point, you have to be airlifted to Ann Arbor. So I got my MRI, got my test results on Sunday. Went on Monday to see our chiropractor to ask him to interpret the results. And yeah, he also basically said this is potentially life-altering. So I have to make a decision. We have to make a decision what we're going to do. It's either spinal fusion, which is not what I want, or artificial disc replacement, but that's risky and experimental. I'm looking into an alternative means of healing the disc without surgery, so I've got an appointment on Monday to go talk to that doctor. Who knows what's going to happen? So all that to say, right now I am trying to plant my garden to feed my family, and just try to, you know, make use of whatever time I've got, you know, before surgery or before whatever's going to happen happens. So over here in this garden, I've got garlic and onions all planted. If everything comes through, we'll be set for the year for onions and garlic. And then over here, you can kind of see, it's kind of a jumbled up everything. But I've got potatoes in here, and I've got some strawberries along that edge. And I've got some herbs in here, some cilantro, some parsley, oregano, some dill, some rosemary, don't know if it survived, a little bit of lemon balm, I've got 3 different types of potatoes planted. I've got the yellow skinned, I've got red skinned, and I've got the purple potatoes. So super excited about that. That's going to be so much fun. And it looks like they, for the most part, have done really, really well in here. They're, you know, growing really, really well. And the nice thing is that even though this bed is really tall, I don't have to bend over an awful lot. I've been put on restrictions like I'm not allowed to bend over, I'm not allowed to sit down too long, I'm not allowed to squat, kneel very much. Yeah, I'm not allowed to do very much at all. I'm allowed to walk around. I can't be alone anymore. I have to have a babysitter with me all the time. I can't milk anymore. I'm allowed to pet the cows, but only if somebody's out there with me. I collected eggs this morning. Probably shouldn't have done that, but, you know, don't tell anybody, okay? And my family's worried, of course. So am I, mostly for my family's sake. This is going to be a challenge. I'm hoping, though, to get enough of an established garden going so that my family can manage a garden and have food, even if I'm, you know, laid up or, I mean, I just don't know what's going to happen. I don't know if this is going to be a permanent handicap or disability for me. I just don't know. That's, I think, part of the reason I want to avoid surgery so much, because I want to continue living my life. I've got a lot of plans for this garden, and I'm really super excited about it. Oh, hi, Piggy! Aren't they so cute? Hi, Piggy Piggies! Hi, Piggy Piggies! Piggy Piggies! I'll bet you they'd love some milk or some treats or something. Happy piggies again. The buds are coming out on the fruit trees. My daughter's peach trees finally have flower blossoms on them for the first time. Peach trees don't typically grow very well here in Michigan, or they can be a challenge anyway.
Gonna stay in this moment, gonna lay here on the grass. I don't need to feel lonely, I am finally home at last.
just a little bit of an update as to what's going on here on the farm. We've got, the cows are all doing amazing. Blossom is settling in beautifully. She's quite the beautiful little cow. We love her dearly, and she tested disease-free. So just waiting on her milk protein test to come back. And then I'm going to go ahead and get her registered for miniature Jersey. And yeah, and then we'll go from there. But this summer is going to be rather interesting, and I'm going to try to take you guys along on this journey and, you know, just kind of see what happens with it. It's going to be an interesting summer. So, not exactly the summer I had planned on, but, you know, sometimes you don't always get to choose what kind of a summer you're going to have. It's kind of like controlling the weather. You know, you just don't have any choice over that. You just kind of go with the flow. So we're just going to kind of go with the flow with back issues this year. And it's going to be okay. No matter what happens. It's going to be okay. Thanks for joining me today as I talk to you about what's going on here on our tiny little farm. Make sure you subscribe so that you can keep up to date with everything that's happening. And I will try to keep you guys all posted on how the garden is growing, because that's going to be kind of my focus this year. Oh, and then I want to show you this week about the new brooder, the rat-proof brooder that Rick has been building for me, and a friend of ours from church. And I'm so excited about that. We've got chickens coming next week. Of course, I'm not allowed to do anything with them now. But we've got some American breast eggs in the incubator, and more coming next week from another breeder. So just lots of cool things happening. And I want to take you guys with me through this journey. Just be gracious, because I think I'm going to be in for a little bit of an emotional roller coaster this summer. And I want to take you guys along with that. But I may need some time to kind of process some stuff. Alright, I'm worn out. The steroids that I'm on don't make me feel very good, and I'm really shaky and weak. So planting just a few plants, I'm pooped. So I need to get inside and go lie down. But I'll let you guys know how things go on Monday with my doctor's appointment, to hopefully be able to skip out on surgery altogether, which would be, you know, ideal. I'm not a fan of surgery. Subscribe, and thanks for joining me, and I'll see you soon. Happy farming, everybody.